Let me introduce you to my sous chef. Come here. This is the Budster. Actually, this is Buddy. He likes watching me when I'm making these videos. Say hello. Okay, now go back and enjoy yourself. Welcome to Carlucci's Kitchen. In this video, I make a nice Bolognese. Simple ingredients. It takes a couple hours to cook, about 3 hours actually. But it comes out beautiful. And it's the kind of dish that you can make every once in a while, and I'm sure people are gonna love it. And if you just take your time with it, it's gonna come out very nice. So hope you enjoy it. Thank you. So the first thing we do is we chop up the carrots, celery, and 1 large onion. And we're gonna prep this and we're gonna prepare it to put into the pan. And then we mix our meat, the beef and the pork, and we break it apart. I use a little olive oil on my fingers and a little bit on the meat, so this way it breaks up and doesn't stick to you. And that's how we prepare the meat to go into the pan. And here I added some olive oil to the pan, heated the pan up to a medium heat, and I added the onions. And then I'm just going to cook the onions until they're translucent. And just mix them up a little bit and keep your eye on them, and they should cook up very well. Okay, so once the onions are nice and caramelized and nice and cooked, then I'm going to throw in my celery and the carrots. And we're going to let this all cook together. Okay, nice and clean. And if you need to, you can actually add a little bit more olive oil to it. Okay. And then I'm going to put a pinch of salt in, because that's important. So we want to put a pinch of salt, season it up just a little bit, and I'm going to let these cook and kind of cook together, and we'll see in a little while. Thank you. And this is what they call in Italian soffritto. Don't ask, but that's what they call it. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to add the meat. And again, you want the meat to break up. You can hear it sizzling. And we mix this all in, break it all up, and we just cook it together. So the more you break it up, the better it's going to cook. It's going to really absorb a lot of the flavor that we just added. So we keep stirring it in, get this nice and cooked up. It's going to take a while, so just take your time with it. Make sure the meat is cooked, because it's going to be sitting here for a while. And look how nice that is. Kitchen smells really good now, so just take your time with it. It will come out beautiful. Okay, so we can see how nice this is all cooked. So now what we're going to do for a little flavor, we're going to add a little bit of red wine. Okay, that's about less than a half a cup. And we mix it up nice, get it all incorporated just like this, and we bring it to a boil, because we want to evaporate the wine, and that's exactly what we're trying to do once we get the wine in there. Just let it evaporate, so you can even turn the heat up a little bit and get all those juices up, and then once the wine is evaporated, and then we go to the next step. And now we're going to add the tomato paste. And what I did was I added a little bit of water to the tomato paste. I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't, because there's a lot of meat in here. So what you want to do is you want to spread this around a little bit, cook it nice and slow, incorporate all that tomato paste through it, and let it start to work its way through. It takes a little time, but this is how I like to do it, because I want to really make sure that it's all spread out evenly. the paste is all around, nice and even, then I add a little bit of my tomato sauce. Not too much. And I do the same thing. I take my time with it. Let it cook through. Mix it nice. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Get that all incorporated really nice. So I'm adding my plump tomatoes after I put in some of the tomato sauce before. And again, a little bit of tomato sauce. And I'm going to chop these plump tomatoes a little bit, and I'm going to spread them out and let them cook. Now, if it's a little bit too dry for you, you can add some water or a little bit more tomato that I put in before. But you don't want to make it too watery because it's going to start to steam up as it's cooking. So that should be fine. So I think it'll work out just right. Okay, keep working. Okay, every once in a while you want to get in here and just kind of mix it up. Make sure you have it on simmer. And this is what it's starting to look like, which is very nice. That's the way she cooks. I like keeping a cover on, and then you can kind of like tip it a little bit. So this way it doesn't, you don't want it to dry out, so, but it's still got a ways to go. So this has been cooking for almost 3 hours now. It is looking very good. And you want to taste it as you're going along also to make sure that it's got enough seasoning, which we really didn't add that much salt to this, but it looks really good. And hopefully in the next 20-30 minutes when it's done, it will be ready for the pasta. Okay, so it's boiling. Put the pasta in. This is nice large penny. You let it cook according to the manufacturer's specifications. Okay, looking good. This is what the bolognese looks like. And what we do is we top a little Romano locatelli cheese on it. And then we say bon appetit. You could also make it with fettuccine or spaghetti, but the penny looks really good. Arrivederci. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you can give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you have any comments, just leave them in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to read them. So I hope you learned how to make a bolognese, and until next time, bon appetit, and I'll see you again. Arrivederci.